This is again, officer, you can start your video. Kenneth James McKay Jr., 25B 149883. Your name, sir? Again?
Kenneth James McKay.
All right, officer, your name?
Officer Gage McFarland, Brownstown PD.
All right, do you still wish to continue with your not responsible plea? You wish? Okay, I'm going to ask you both to raise your right hands. Officer, let me see your hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, so you've both been sworn in. You can proceed, officer.
Yes, sir. On the day of the incident, which I don't have in front of me right now, unfortunately, I got a call to the area of Huron River Drive, just west of West Jefferson for an accident. When I arrived on scene, I seen two people pulled over to the side. One individual said that he was attempting to turn left to a private drive, and that Mr. McKay was impatient and went around him at the time he was turning, and unfortunately, the two collided.
All right. So is the alleged victim here traveling eastbound or westbound?
He was traveling westbound, sir. Both parties were traveling westbound.
Both were traveling westbound. So the defendant was going to, I'm sorry, the individual with whom Mr. McKay was involved in an accident with was going to turn left onto southbound Huron River Drive. Is that true?
He was going to turn southbound, but it was into a private drive, Your Honor.
I got it. I'm sorry. I misspoke, really. And then Mr. McKay was driving westbound as well. And there was a collision in what? The eastbound lane of Huron River Drive?
Affirm, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for him, sir?
Yes, I just want to confirm that you recall driving eastbound and then making a 3 or 4 point turn to turn around to tell us both to proceed forward and then turn left onto the side street there.
Are you talking about after the accident?
Correct, yeah, when he got there.
Yeah, I told him to turn down a side street over there. Correct.
So you can investigate the accident?
Yeah, and get him off the road right there.
Right. Okay. What other questions?
I don't have any other questions for him, just the defense in the video that showed there was no.
Do you have a video?
I do.
Where's?
I don't have a video of the accident. I have a video of directly afterwards that shows his cruiser there and the other vehicle there to show that it was the day this happened. There was no debris on the road. There was no yaw marks. This was a very low speed collision. The other vehicle actually turned left and hit the side of my car. I was already alongside this person. This happened in a passing zone. He was stopped in the middle of the road with no turn signals on. I am a professional driver. I was in a Ford Focus that is very low to the ground. He was in a Ram pickup truck. His taillights were in my face.
Wait a minute, slow down. So you're traveling west behind him. How far are you behind him? Initially, before you decided to pass?
Close. He was going slow. He was going dangerously slow for that area.
What do you mean dangerously slow for that area?
So if you're heading south on Jefferson, you go around on the Huron River Drive, there's a turn road.
Right.
And people go around that road 45 miles an hour. And he was going maybe 5 or 10 miles an hour. And people come around that road, and I was afraid of getting rear-ended. And then he proceeded to go slow. And
What do you mean you were afraid of being rear-ended by who? Was somebody behind you? Okay, but so you decided to pass.
Yes, in a passing zone, I decided to pass. Because there was no turn signals on this vehicle. I was under the impression that maybe he was irritated that I was there because he was going so slow. So I went to pass and I got alongside him and he turned into me. The damage on my vehicle shows that he also turned in.
All right, slow down a second. Were there any injuries here, officer?
No.
And Your Honor, I do have something else to say whenever you guys are free.
No, I know, but I want to ask you that question first. Were there any injuries?
No injuries, Your Honor.
And was there serious property damage to the other vehicle?
No, sir.
And you don't want impeding traffic?
No.
Okay. All right, what do you want to add, officer?
On Huron River Drive, just west of where the accident did occur, I went back and I investigated that area. It's a permanent yellow line, which you're not allowed to pass. And I know the accidents happened there because the victim driver said, hey, it happened over there. And there's a solid double yellow line over there and you can't pass. So I said, okay, I'll go back and investigate. So I did go back and investigate that area. And the accident did happen there because there was very minor debris on the road. And there were clear yaw marks where the individual, Mr. McKay, clearly tried to go around where the victim said it happened. So there were tire marks in the lane. So he was not supposed to pass in that area, but he still did. And that was the area that
That's why you wrote him for improper lane use.
Yes, sir.
I disagree. I have video that shows no yaw marks and also.
If you want to show me any video, I have no issue with that. I'll be glad to look at it. I'm not sure that if it doesn't show me if it doesn't depict the accident.
Well, it shows where I was pulled over because you can see my tires, because I went on the shoulder. The other vehicle did not go on the shoulder. I went to the shoulder after the accident.
I'll be happy to look at whatever you want.
Take me just one moment to find it. How do I get into you?
You can hand me your phone. You can't see this though, can you, officer?
So
Unfortunately not, Your Honor.
the problem is you may have.
Can we get that up there? Would it be hard?
I don't know, it's just, you have to be Shane. Don't call Shane.
Yeah, see if he can do that real quick.
You come in there, judgment down, script.
I have a suspicion that the marks that he was seeing were possibly where he arrived on the scene and turned around, because I can see all the marks in this video. And also where somebody backed out of the driveway.
I think what he was telling me is that the debris was in the zone that was a no passing zone. Is that not what you're telling me?
There was nothing missing from my vehicle. I don't know what could have been missing from his vehicle. His tire hit my car. There was nothing missing from my vehicle. Zero debris, zero breakage. I have video of the vehicle as well.
Do you have vehicle of the area where the impact occurred?
Yes, I do. Where I believe it occurred due to the marks on the pavement. So what happened when he turned into me, there was a Dodge Ram pickup, like I said, he turned into me and his tire hit the right side of the car and it knocked the toe in on his vehicle. And you can see where he pulled away. You can see where the yaw marks are from the toe in his truck.
Was there any indication as to whether or not he had his turn signals on, officer?
Mr. McKay said that's what happened. When I asked the victim driver what happened, he says he did have his turn signal on and that Mr. McKay was impatient and went around him because he was going too slow. And then the reason for them pulling up, hold on a second, Mr. McKay. The reason for them pulling up is because where the accident occurred, according to the victim, there's also another lane that kind of comes diagonal from southbound West Jefferson. So they had to get out of that area. So they all pulled up more westbound on Huron River Drive because you don't want to be kind of caught in that area, that intersection area where the victim driver said the accident occurred.
Which is precisely why I was trying to pass this person, because it's a dangerous area. And as the officer stated, the driver.
Hang on one second. Can you get that up on the
He's
screen?
gonna, Shane said he's gonna have to zoom in.
You're gonna have to zoom in on your phone and share your.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. So I'm a very simple person.
Or you can show your phone.
Let me see it.
You can see it.
Let me see it though. Let me see it.
I don't know, you're gonna have to play it again and again. I just explained to you the video. It shows where the double yellow ends.
Just hand it to me. Let me take a look. I can't see a thing from where you
It's
are.
very clear that there's no debris.
You zoom in.
Yeah, on his phone.
At the very end of the video,
Share his
I can
space.
see the officer's cruiser pulling away towards me. And at the end of the video on the right,
Thanks, Sean.
Is where my tire track is, where I pull away. In onto the,
What am I looking at now? I'm seeing a car.
unfortunately, I don't, because I can't see.
Well, I'm looking at a car. Is that from your vehicle,
That is-
right? Well, what, this is after the accident, right?
Yes, that's correct. I had to document the area in order to.
I'm not sure why I'm looking at this. Why am I looking at this if it was after the accident?
Show you that, number one, there's no debris. Number two, the tire tracks that are seen are from people backing out of their driveways, or when the officer arrives, his 3.4 turn, he did.
Can you have this put up there? I want this officer.
I don't know who to do it, Judge. He's gonna have to zoom in with your Zoom
You
ID.
can Zoom with my Zoom ID and we'll get it on the docket here. Just be patient with me, officer, please. Okay, I'll be right with you.
No problem, Your Honor.
Kimberly Ann Rose. Somebody can help you.
Yeah, I'll send him the right person.
Okay, Officer McParland, start your video again. Recalling Kenneth James McKay Jr., 25B149883.
Kids and technology.
I got news for you. He's younger than you are.
This guy?
Yeah.
Of course he is. By 40.
He looks 10 years younger than you.
Should be still in this. You scroll, what with the, you can scroll down.
Yeah, it's don't.
Yeah,
The
it's-
photos, but not, it's,
That's where it
There
would
it
be,
is.
okay.
it's not there, just the photos.
The Zoom number to me to reach him when I had, during, during back up these two.
I think you made other.
It's not giving an option to share any videos.
It's not giving an option to share the screen.
No, we can share the screen, it's just not showing.
It's not showing videos. All right. I'm sorry. We tried.
Your Honor,
Yes, you're still under oath, by the way, officer.
of course, Your Honor. I also have, I'm lucky enough to be off today. I do have a map in front of me so I can better explain to the court too and show you on Google Maps if it's okay with you in the court. To show you how far this yellow line does go, if that's okay with.
Absolutely.
It's very clear on the video how far the yellow line does go. It's very clear where I was stopped on the shoulder.
Here.
Okay, just wait. Let me look at what he shows me first, okay?
Of course, Your Honor.
My concern here is, even if you were in a passing zone, I got testimony here that the guy had his turn signal on.
And me, a professional driver, I have driven 500,000.
What do you mean a professional, what do you mean a professional driver? You have a CDL?
Which license I have a transportation company. I am testifying right now that the man's lights were in my face and there was not a turn signal on. I would not have, as a professional driver, I would not have passed this person had there been turn signals on. The officer stated himself that the person felt that I grew impatient and passed him. That proves that he knew I was back there. And I believe that the other person may deny this, that he did it intentionally, that he was going.
Got in an accident intentionally?
They didn't get my car intentionally. He was going dangerously slow. First of all, this was an elderly person. He was looking for a home that he must be unfamiliar with, because that's what he told the officer, that he was going to somebody's workshop there. Must be an address that he's unfamiliar with. That must be why he was going so slow. So I was behind him when it got to the point where I could get around him. I did. It aggravated that person that I was doing that. And he,
Well, you don't think he intentionally slammed into the side of your vehicle, do you really?
I have a suspicion that that is part of it. The officer said himself that he thought to that the other person thought that.
Okay, you're gonna lose me on that.
Okay, well, that's fine.
All right, go ahead. Show me what you want to show me, officer.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm gonna go ahead and just try to turn the video around. Do you know in the court in the app settings, if that's possible? If not, I'll do my best to go ahead and turn around so I can go ahead and explain it to you on the monitor I have in front of me.
You guys
If
ask
not-
me technology questions and you expect me to know the answer, huh? You should know better.
My apologies, Your Honor. I'll do my best right here. Let me know if you can
Thanks.
see my, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, Your Honor. So this is West Jefferson.
And you
going
can see it,
northbound.
right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So as you can see, there's another lane, like Mr. McKay and I said, that comes in through here. Okay, so if I just click like this and I go to the street view, here's that lane that comes through here, southbound. Now you see this double yellow?
Yes.
This is where, in this area, forgive me, that all the way up to this bridge that the victim driver said the accident happened in. And as Mr. McKay and I previously stated, they both had to get out of this area so that way they wouldn't get hit. You know, they can't just stay right here. So if you go this yellow line, as you can see, it goes down quite a ways. I'm zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, again, until we almost hit a street down here called Ludwig.
How much,
this is-
hang on, slow down. How long would you say? Now, it's hard for me to tell that double yellow line exists there on that roadway. Can you give me an estimate?
Oh,
As far as yardage, Your Honor,
So you're saying it happened west of there?
it happened well west of there. The tire tracks on my video show exactly where it happened and exactly where my vehicle was stopped on the shoulder.
And you,
It was nowhere near that area. It was at.
where were they when you told them to move their vehicles? When you arrived on scene, where were they?
they were in this area between just past this. They were in this area right here to this area over here. I would say it's about a good probably 70 yards, Your Honor, 60, 70 yards.
From the end of the double yellow line?
Yeah. No. So from the line over here, which is the double yellow, the ending of it, to where I found them, which is over here.
Over
Does
where?
that pull
Show
up?
me.
They pulled up, they
Okay.
were in this area, okay?
All right.
And they said, the individual said the accident happened like in this area right after where that southbound lane, like Mr. McKay and I said. And then I found there's a private drive. I don't
And
know
you
which
found
private drive it was, but there were yaw marks that were like not 3-point yaw marks. They were yaw marks that go like this around, which clearly show, that someone was trying to go around, not someone pulling out and then going forward.
And you saw debris in that area? Is that where
There
you
was-
saw the debris?
Yeah, there was minor debris, Your Honor. And my apologies, I didn't get down and look at like what kind of debris it was and trying to verify which, could have been from another vehicle, of course. But from where the victim vehicle said that this happened, I'm certain it was Mr. McKay's vehicle, and it was definitely within the double yellow, and it was clearly double yellow in the area that the accident, the victim said occurred.
All right. What do you want to say?
I want to say, I want to be able to show you frame by frame my video. So I can prove to you where this accident happened.
Where are you going to show it? I got to have.
I have it on my phone, so I don't know. The officer should be here. That's what should happen. The officer should be here.
Well, we don't make them come here. And in fact, if you wanted to do an informal, I let them come here. Where are you now?
Where am I? I'm at my residence, Your Honor.
Yeah, what
Judge?
city?
Judge,
I'm in
What?
Shane said if he emails the video,
Go down and
or-
talk to John. You go down to the end and talk to the tech guy and see what we can do. Okay, let's do that. You go down and talk to the tech guy. Go all the way down the hall and they'll bring it up for you. All right. Just bear with me, officer.
Okay, looks like we're ready for part 3 in Judge McNally's court.
James Holmes.
It's not going to work.
Did it go through Shane? I just left it on there and it hadn't gone through. How do we have Shane that went through?
Did they go through?
Yeah, anytime he wants me to play it, it's.
Who do you want me to give mine to?
Whatever you want him to play it, he's ready.
You could give it to that shot. Okay, recalling Kenneth James McKay Jr., 25E149-883. Officer McParlin, your name again?
Officer Engagement Parlin, Brownstown PD.
All right, start your video. Mr. McKay, your name again? All right, you're both still under oath. We're going to play the video and you can tell me to stop it. Shane, will you stay there, please, and stop it but keep your voice up if you need me to stop it for any reason. And as the vehicle's traveling, feel free to tell me where you were, where the accident happened, any other important points you choose to bring up to the court. You can go ahead, I think, and start that now.
This is the day of the accident, the day it happened. We're going to do a video here. Here's the yield. I yielded for the person.
This was a different day, right?
This is the officer says he sees. So the double yellow ends right. There are no swerve marks there. There's back out marks right there. Oh.
I saw where it ended.
There's back out. So it's really hard without me being in control to show you things. At the very end of the video, you can see off the right shoulder, there's a wet tire mark on the pavement, and that's where I pulled off, where the officer had me pull off to go over. So that's how far down I was.
Officer, what kind of debris did you find on the scene?
I can't remember offhand, Your Honor. It's just minor debris. Like I said, I didn't get down and look at it and see if it was like, it was just minor. I can't really just describe it, Your Honor. If it pleases the court too, I have video footage as far as the body camera and stuff. Not with me. If we wanted to set another day, I have it. It was clear day where this accident occurred at.
Play this video again, Shane.
This is the day of the accident, the day it happened.
You need him to stop. Tell him stop.
We're going to do a video here. Here's the yield. I yielded for the person. Over here, the officer says he sees swerve marks. There are no swerve marks anywhere.
Stop, Shane.
So over there, looking at the screen to the left is where there are marks from somebody pulling out of the driveway and leaving. That may be the marks that he saw, but as you can see, there's clearly no debris anywhere at all. Because it was,
What time was the accident at?
I guess, I don't know the exact time.
What time was it, officer? What time did you respond? It says 2:38 p.m., right?
It was sometime in the early afternoon, Your Honor. I don't have that document in front of me today. It's one of the
What
only
time
days.
did you drive here?
Oh, you can see the officer.
I'm asking you what time you drove, you created this video.
It was just after the officer relieved me from the scene. At the end of this video, you can see the officer's cruiser pulling away and the other vehicle parked down the road. So if you pause the video right before the end, that's where you can see my entire marks pulling away from where the officer had me pull away.
You want him to keep going on the video?
Yes.
Keep going, Shane, please. Pause. Back up a little bit if you can, Shane.
If you go to the end and like 1 second from the end of the video.
1 second to the end of the video he wants, Shane.
There's the officer's cruiser.
Okay,
My pickup truck is in the distance. It's difficult to see there. It's on the left line.
that's the other vehicle involved?
That is correct. And if you go forward a little bit more and pause it, you can see my entire track. You can see the dot of the dashed line, first of all.
Go ahead and go a little bit further, but give me about a second up there.
Right there on the right is my entire track from leaving the scene to go to where the officer had me parked. Correct.
You talk about the one that's traveling, that's
That's correct.
right in front of the vehicle now. Oh, you mean that one over there, you're saying?
Yes. Correct. Where I parked after the deed.
And then, Your Honor, if I may, in that video, I'm trying to zoom in on that's still double yellow right there. Am I correct?
It is not.
I don't think so.
No, that's fine. But I went back and investigated as far as the marks here. And I remember seeing that there were the yaw marks going around the vehicle during the double yellow. So I can't really see on his video very much, but I did go back because the victim was very adamant at me going back where he said the accident occurred at, and there was swerve around marks
All right.
go spam.
You want me to see anything else?
Like, but no,
You want to what?
he said the victim. He replied, he commented that the other party was a victim.
I can't hear him, Your Honor.
That the other party was a victim. I said, I would like to be a victim.
All right, Mr. McKay, I can tell that you feel strongly about this. Well, you're going to have to appeal then, because I'm sorry. I think that this happened in an improper, there was improper lane use, because I think that I think you did it in double yellow lines. I don't want to argue with you. I've given everybody every opportunity. He went back. He said he saw where the tire marks were. He saw some debris there. The victim pointed it out. I'm sorry. I find you responsible as charged. All you have to do, you drive what? You don't have a CDL, or do you? You got a chauffeur's license, right? Officer, I'm going to give him his choice. If you have an objection, you tell me.
Yep, I'm always willing to drop it down, Your Honor, but you can go
If
ahead,
you
sir.
if you want to plead to impeding, I'll take your plea. It'll be done. If you want to appeal, no problem. Then I'm going to keep this judgment in effect. You'll appeal it. You'll take it to the other judge. Maybe she'll agree with you. It's up to you. It depends if it's a wise guy question, but go ahead. Okay.
Sorry, read that.
I'm not going to revisit what my decision was. I want to give you a chance to appeal it. I can tell you feel strongly. Sometimes we think we're right and we're not. I'm doing what I think is right. I might be wrong. I've never said I'm right every time. I'll either let you plead to impeding, in which case you're forfeiting any right to appeal, or you can go down the hall, pay the $195, tell them you want to appeal. That will act as a bond, and you can go in front of the other judge.
Well, okay.
Okay, so you go down the hall. Heather, make sure that they set up an appeal on a formal $195. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
And one other thing, Dan, we saw and I don't know what it is about McNally's court in particular where we see this stuff, but we saw another pretty interesting traffic case.
Yeah.
Interesting
I had that
in a
written
different
down
way.
too, yeah.
Yeah. So
A traffic case.
Yeah, Woodhaven Drift it was called in the
and
chat.
this is another case where a guy is fighting a traffic ticket. And for what reason? I mean, he clearly appeared to be in the wrong. I mean, this is one, the other one, that was Judge Middleton that had the other traffic one that we watched that was really kind of crazy. But
yes.
Judge McNally has these two that sometimes get into full hearings. And we were going down that road today, pun intended, I suppose. And this one, I guess I just don't understand why people would fight something where they clearly know they're in the wrong. But he wants to take it all the way to like a trial. And
does he know he's in the wrong? People will convince themselves of anything, Michael.
I guess so. I mean, I guess you're right. No,
It's his personality, really.
Or maybe it's just like, I don't know. It's that, or maybe they think they can talk themselves, or they can argue it to where they can argue themselves out of it, or maybe the officer won't show up next time, or they have maybe a bunch of agendas. Maybe they really do think they're in the right, and no matter how you show it to them, they will always they are convinced, and in their own head, they really think they're right. I mean, maybe that's what's going on here. I know that's what happened with Judge Middleton. That person, and we kind of were on that, but for a video that the defense actually offered up, Judge Middleton was going to probably rule for the defendant and dismiss the case. And so that's, but this time, it was much more clear. The officer was there and the testimony was quite clear. But we see this with these traffic cases, man, too. And listen, I don't drive, so maybe my perspective is different, but I don't know. If I got a ticket for running a light or something, I'd probably just accept it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there are cases for breaking the law where I might, especially traffic law, where I might fight it. Like, for example, if I was rushing a loved one to the hospital and I came up upon a red light and there was no opposing traffic, I'm running that light.
Right.
And go ahead and ticket me, we'll fight it.
Yes.
But you know, I mean, if you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. Just accept it and move on.
He shouldn't have. He was Speedy Gonzalez, and he wanted to get around somebody, and that's the end of it. That he went around him when he wasn't supposed to, and that's that. I don't think there's anything to argue there, unfortunately.
Professional driver. What caught me too is when we were first listening to him the first time through, what was it, 3 different segments we had on him? But the first time I was looking at other feeds, so I was just listening. And it wasn't until the second time that I realized this was not a young guy.
Right.
I thought he was a younger guy, and then I looked at him like, oh, you definitely should know better.
Right. I was also like working on stuff here. I was doing, weather and putting stuff together. And so I just listen. A lot of times that's what I'm doing here. There's sometimes I just can't watch because I'm too busy on another screen. But then I did tab over. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude, this is no spring chicken. So it definitely changed my perspective on that. And he was just stubborn and steadfast, man. And I was a little shocked by that. I really was.
It reminds me of people in Ford trucks. I don't know. I have this person.
That's very specific.
Yes.
It is specific, but it's like an ego thing.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip from TCF Live. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can join us weekdays live, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right here on this channel.